Hey guys, it's Drew again. You know what I like to do after working 10.5 hours on my feet all day long with a sore back and bad knees? I like to call out cyber bullies like John Mangini, and I like to look at some baseball cards. Let's give a little background story. So my buddy Theo, Clemente collector, he had a live stream the other night, and he was kind enough to invite some different collectors of Roberto Clemente cards, including John Mangini, to come on his channel and just talk about Clemente, the greatness of the man, the player, and show off some cards. And the fact that John even agreed to come on is kind of a coup, because John doesn't do a whole lot of VRs, if you know what I mean. But Theo, in his excitement on his channel, decides to show off this new pickup. And he shows off a bazooka card that he was very excited that he finally was able to get. And John gets excited, which he does, and what he does is he shows off his, except his is graded in, I don't know, a 20 or something. I don't know. I don't collect graded cards. But anyway, it kind of bugged Theo a little bit, or at least seemed to, or whatever. So what Theo does is he calls him out. He's like, hey man, I did this thing, and you go on and then you upstage me on my own channel. And what does John do? Well, he could apologize. He could say like, hey man, I appreciate you having me on. No, what John does is he does a video and he starts showing that he's got even bigger cards and better cards. Well, I mean, John, look, we all know you've got an amazing collection. We know that you're a wealth of knowledge. We know that you've been around the hobby for a long, long time, and you've just been there for so many people. But you got to give Theo a little bit of a break, man. I mean, think about it. First of all, he's a Pirates fan. I mean, they haven't won the World Series since 1979. I mean, the last time they won, Ricky Henderson was still in the minor leagues, and Ken Griffey Jr. wasn't even 10 yet. In fact, since they've won the World Series, the Marlins have won twice, and they didn't even exist for 14 of those years. I mean, the only other team that's got such a long record of not winning is Cleveland. And the last time Cleveland won was before Bob Feller started signing everything he ever got his hands on. But anyway, I digress. You got to give Theo a little bit of a break. I mean, he's new to the community, only a couple years. He's new to the YouTube community, less than a year. I mean, he shoots his videos in his bathroom. The only chair in his baseball card room flushes. So give him a break. So anyway, I decided I'm going to call out John. Now, I don't have the collection John does. I don't have the experience John does, but I have been around a little bit of time. And I want you guys to hear about the one card that John, from his own lips, has talked about. Let's check that out.
Now, I have a few dream cards, and one of my all-time dream cards is the Lou Gehrig in this set, which I don't have. I mean, that is one of my dream cards.
Now, for those of you who don't know, the 1933 DeLong baseball card set is one of those small sets. It's real quirky, it's real different, and it's full of stars. Lots of Hall of Famers in it, and it's a great little set. Well, the biggest set, or the biggest card within the set, is Lou Gehrig. This is right in the middle of his heyday, just as Ruth's career was trailing down. They didn't put Babe Ruth in it, but they did put Lou Gehrig. And it is a very, very hard card to come by. I mean, you can find them, but they are not cheap, and they have never really been super cheap. They used to be a little bit more affordable, but ever since the boom, just like John said, they are way outrageous. So John, as he's talked about before, he's wanted a card, and I know that he's got a lot of the cards from the set. I think he may be even trying to complete the whole set. But no set is complete without the big card. You can't say, I've completed the 1952 top set except for the Mickey Mantle. It's not complete. You can't say I've got a beautiful, complete 1954 top set without the Hank Aaron rookie. You can't say I've got the 55 top set without talking about the Clemente rookie. And you can't say that you've completed the 1933 DeLong set without the Lou Gehrig. Now, I don't have a whole lot of cards. I don't have the collection John does, but I do have one card that he does not have. And I thought, you know what? Let's show this card off. Now, I'm sure John can put out a video and show off all the different cards in much higher grade than my Lou Gehrig. I know he can. In fact, he probably will. In fact, I kind of hope he does because I like the set. And in fact, the Pepper Martin card has got to be the coolest action card before or since the 1953 Bowman Pee Wee Reese. I mean, I love that card. It's a beautiful card. And I know John's got a beautiful copy of it. But I thought, you know what? I need to defend the little guy. Guys like Theo. I mean, he's from Pennsylvania. Although, nothing wrong with Pennsylvania, but I do have a question. Why is it that people from Pennsylvania are so arrogant? And I don't mean like cocky all over the place. I just mean like, to me, they seem like they're the only state that expects every other state to know where you're from because they say their initials. If someone says, oh yeah, I grew up in Western PA, everybody in the world's supposed to know PA stands for Pennsylvania. But if I told you, well, I was born in MA, grew up in NJ, for a year I lived in NY until I went to school in GA, which is right across this river from SC, and then I did do a little bit of time up there in NC, I would sound like a kook. But if you say you're from PA, everybody knows what you're talking about. Anyway, I'm just kidding. This is all in fun. John, you know I love you. You know I respect you. Your collection is just untouchable, and I appreciate all the support you give to the little guy, even Theo. I appreciate all the love that you show and for sharing your amazing collection and the journey you've been through. And I just thought I'd have a little fun and get in the game. But anyway, I hope you guys had a good time. And until next time, you guys be good.